An amateur astronomer examining old images from the Galileo mission noticed a distinctive impact crater on Jupiter's moon Io that everyone had overlooked. Now professional astronomers have presented evidence that what Jesper Sandberg found is real, an asteroid impact that Io's volcanic activity has not yet cleared up. From the moment Italian astronomer Galileo first turned his eyes to the moon, it was clear that our satellite was covered in craters. Although it was initially thought that these were caused by volcanoes, this was by far the most common type of crater that scientists knew from Earth at that time. In later ages, it was understood that they emerged as a result of rapid collisions with space rocks. When space missions to other planets began, it turned out that it was normal for objects in the solar system, except the gas giants, to be covered with craters. Many planets bear impact craters dating back billions of years, like our moon. Wind or water eroded most of the tracks on Earth, Mars, and Europa, but a few remained visible on each. Io was an exception, but that's not because meteors never hit this satellite. In fact, its proximity to the asteroid belt means Jupiter's moons have to deal with more impacts than most other objects. However, the craters on Io, where there are more than 400 active volcanoes fed by Jupiter's tidal flexion, are filled with flowing lava in a short time after their formation. However, one of them seems to have survived. Sandberg noticed in the Galileo data something that looked suspiciously round on the flat top side of a mesa at approximately coordinates 51 degrees south 117 degrees west. It was clear that there was no lighting trick as this image could be seen in 4 different frames. While the first suspicion that comes to mind on such a volcanic moon is that it's a volcano crater, last week they presented evidence that the Rosalie Lopez impact crater is the most likely explanation. In the images taken by Galileo on October 16, 2011, the width of the crater appears to be 7 to 8 pixels. Since the scale resolution of the distance in these images is 13 pixels, the diameter of the crater is estimated to be 92 to 104 meters. Besides the roundness, the ejection lines around the crater look more like an impact than an explosion. Of course, this possibility decreases since this region has no special defense against volcanic activity. However, there is a possibility that the Galileo spacecraft captured this crater during its short life. Of course, it is not known whether this crater still exists after 20 years. However, a closer flight is planned for December 30th this year, followed by February 3, 2024. As one might guess from their names, Io is not the primary target of the Europa Clipper or the Jupiter Icy Moon Explorer, but it may be possible for one of them to get close enough to Io to search for other crater locations.